أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدني علما. Today we are going to start with lesson 22, the i'rab of nouns in the form of fatha or fatha tanween. And this is actually a very important topic because rest of the topics are based on these, because a lot of the times you are going to hear about maf'ul bihi and maf'ul and different types. So this is really important. So is the volume correct? Like, is there any problem or is everything all right?
Yes, sister, it's clear.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Before going to the lesson, like i'rab, what is i'rab? What we learned in our previous lesson, that i'rab is a vowel or haraka on the last letter of a noun. So if I say kitabun, right? So what is the i'rab of kitabun? What is the i'rab of kitabun?
Dhammatain.
Dhammatain. Very good. What is the i'rab of rasulin?
Kasratain.
Kasratain, right? So that is the i'rab. So there are two types of i'rab in Arabic language. The first one is the evident i'rab, that is called as al-i'rabul zahir, which we can see by our own eyes. Okay. And second one is i'rab by letters, that is called as i'rab bil huruf, which means like una and ina ending. Remember we learned about Muslimun chart, Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimani, Muslimaini, right? So that indicates the i'rab of the letters. If it is una ending, then it is dhamma, right? You know that it is dhamma, right, for the plural. And if it is ina ending, then you know that it is a kasra or fatha, right? That there are two types of i'rab. So now we are going to learn about mansubat. Okay, what does mansub means? Mansub means a noun ending with a fatha. So far we have learned that the noun ending with a dhamma, a noun ending with a kasra, right? And we all know what are the particles or the things that makes the noun kasra. Can someone tell me what are the things or the like the particles that makes the noun majroor? Does anyone remember?
Huruf jar.
Masuda.
Also the special mudaf, which are the actually dhuruf.
Very good, mashallah. So first thing is the huruful jar, ila, ala, bi, fi, min, an, hatta, li, kaf, waw, ta, and all those things that makes the noun majroor. And second one are the special mudaf. And also, what are the other things that makes the noun majroor? Apart
When
from
they
those?
are in the possessive phrase, mudaf, mudaf ilayh.
Very good. Mudaf ilayh, the possessive phrase. And what about others? So these are the things which we learned in our previous lessons that makes the noun majroor. And today we are going to learn the particles or the words that makes the noun mansoob. Mansoob means the noun having a fatha at the end. That is called as mansoob. Majroor is the noun that has a kasra at the end. So mansoob means a noun ending with a fatha. And nasab, when there is a fatha on the last letter of the noun, it is called as nasab. And the letter is called as mansoob. So the letter that takes the nasab is called as mansoob. And you all know the i'rab or the harakas or the vowels, fatha, dhamma or kasra are placed on the last letter of a noun or a verb. Okay? And the harf nasab is like huruful jar. It will make the noun after it mansoob. Okay? So we are going to learn what are the mansubat that makes the noun mansoob. So al-i'rab, al-ism, al-mansubat. Okay, so we are going to learn about mansubat from now onwards. It has been discussed earlier that the normal i'rab of a noun is dhamma or dhamma tanween. And that out of the two reasons that will change them to kasra or kasra tanween. First one is when it is preceded by a preposition. You all know the prepositions ila, ala, bi, fi, min, an, hatta, li, kaf, waw, ta. So kitabun, if you have fi before it, becomes fi kitabin or bi kitabin, right? And the second reason is when the when the second element is mudaf ilay in the possessive phrase. Okay, that is if it is in the mudaf ilay combination, then the mudaf ilay will always have a kasra, like kitabullahi, rasulullahi. Okay, and in this lesson we are going to learn about the different reasons that will result in the i'rab in the form of fatha or fatha tanween. will be discussed. The first thing is, it's really important, you have to pay attention to it, and we are going to be using these for like throughout the book, inshallah. So pay attention, pay attention very carefully for this one. The first one is law for total negation. Okay, so this law is called as la li nafi al jins. Okay, what is it called? Can you all repeat after me? La li nafi al jins.
Al-Jins.
Okay, so this la, this precedes the indefinite noun, the nakira noun, and changes the dhamma tanween or dhamma into a fatha. Okay, in this case, the negation is absolute, no exception to it. Okay, for example, if I say la ilaha illallah, I mean, like if you don't know the grammar, like the common people, I mean, like the people who haven't learned grammar, they will just translate it as there is no God but Allah, right? But as a grammar students, as an Arabic grammar students, from now onwards, this la, which will make the noun after it mansub. Why ilahu? I mean, ilahu, like normally the noun is supposed to be in the dhamma or dhamma tanween pattern, right? But here, why is it ilaha? Okay, why is it having a fatha here? This is because of the la li nafi al jins, this lam. And this lam is called as the absolute negation. Like this is like, how will you translate this? There is absolutely, there cannot be any God except Allah. Like this is so intense. This la li nafi al jins, from now onwards, whenever you come across this la, and after this, if you have a noun in the mansub form, then this is called as the strong way of saying, right? Like this is with a lot of emphasis you're saying. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so when he want to say that, like in a strong way, like if you want to say that it is very important, there cannot be any God, right? Itni zyada, like to emphasize with a lot of shiddat in it. So this is complete absolute negation. There is no exception to it. And okay, so you have, how do you translate la ilaha? You say absolutely, there is no possibility whatsoever of any God at all except Allah. Okay, so it's a very strong way of saying no. Okay, this is not just normal no. Like in Arabic, you might have learned like naam is yes, la is no. Okay, that's a simple la. But if you have la followed by a noun, which in a mansub form, la ilaha, then this is of a great emphasis, with of a very great emphasis and very strong way of saying no. Okay, so this is called as absolute negation. If I say like la rajulun, okay, what is the meaning of la rajulun? It's a simple negation, right? Because it is not making the noun after it mansub. So this is called as la rajulun. This is simple negation. No man. Okay. So no man, this is simple negation. Why? Because it is not making the noun mansub. You will not say that there's absolutely no man. No. This is a simple la. But if you have a la followed by the noun with a mansub, then it is a very strong way with a lot of emphasis, with a lot of shiddat in it, like a strong way of saying no. Okay, so this is called as absolute negation. So if I say la ilaha, then it is absolute negation. What about la hawla wa la quwwata? You keep on reciting this like dhikr almost every single time of your day, right? You say la hawla wa la quwwata. So what is the meaning of la hawla? Like, you know, there is no ways, like there is no strength apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So la hawla, it's not la hawlu, right? It's la hawla. Okay, so like koi quwwat, like, you know, there is no strength apart from Allah at all. Okay, and then we have if I say, are you all understanding this? Any questions?
Sister, I have a question here. How would we translate and how would we know that it is not a simple negation, and like if it is a simple negation or an absolute negation, and how would we translate? Because both of them says no, right? Like
That's what I'm saying. See, if it is la rajulun, okay, or if it is like, it is not making the noun mansub. La rajulun, it's simple negation. You will say no man.
Okay.
But if it is la ilaha, you will say there is absolutely no God. Okay, and la hawla, right? You say absolutely, absolutely no strength. Okay, like one more example, if I take, then
So
you'll
looking
understand.
at the haraka of the
Yes,
noun, we can
yes,
make out if it is absolute or not.
yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Like la junaha alaykum, there's absolutely no sin upon you. Okay, so this is like, let me take this ayah on the corpus. It says there is no absolutely no sin upon you if you divorce the women, the women whom you have not touched or specified for them any obligation. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used uh, like, in Arabic, it's a beautiful language where you have, like, you can convey your emotions in such a way just by using one single word la. You can convey, you can say there's absolutely no Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, no ilah apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But in other languages, you have to use like so many things to express, like, there's absolutely no way, like it's a strong emphasis, and all those things. But in Arabic, if you just say la and followed by a noun with a fatha, then that conveys like with a lot of emotions and with a strong way of negation in that. Okay. Okay, and then we have la ilma lana. We have absolutely no knowledge. Okay, does anyone remember who said this? This is in Surah Baqarah.
The
So
angels.
qalu, yes.
Angels.
Alhamdulillah. Qalu subhanaka, they said glory be to you. La ilma lana. We absolutely la ilma. We don't have any knowledge is for us. Illa ma allamtana, except for what you have taught us. So angel said this to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which means they're saying with so much emphasis, like la ilma lana. Okay, and we can take more examples. La ikraha fi dini. There is absolutely no compulsion in the religion. Okay, so if you have la followed by ikraha, okay, la ilma and la junaha. So this is called as absolutely, like the la li nafi al jins. And how you identify this? When you see the noun after it having a fatha, if it is mansub, then it is la li nafi al jins. If you don't have a fatha, if it is just having a kasra or a dhamma or whatever other i'rab, then that is the simple negation. Okay, so let me take some more examples from Quran for this one.
Sister, what is the name for that simple negation in Arabic?
Simple negation is yeah, I'll tell you. It's negative part. No, lali. This is lali nafi al jins, and that is, I think, negative particle. Let me check. Negative particle. They say it's negative particle.
Harf nafi. Okay.
Yeah.
Sister, in this example, la ikraha, can you tell me the root word of ikraha? Is it not kaf raha, like
It
the
is
way we do
karaha.
in
Yeah.
kirahat?
Yeah.
Kirahat, right?
Yeah, karahat, like it's not the qira'at, not the
No, kaf,
yeah,
kirahat.
yeah, kirahat.
Kirahat.
So there's no compulsion in the deen. Surely the right path has become distinct from the wrong. فَمَنْ يَكْفُرْ بِالطَّاغُوتِ, and whoever disbelieves in false deities and believe in Allah, then surely he grasps the handhold, the firm, which will not break. Okay, so again we have la li nafi al jins, lan fisama. Okay, this is having a fatha here. Okay, so in the same ayah you have two la li nafi al jins, and the homework would be to find more la li nafi al jins from the Quran, and I'm trying to give you more examples as well. So here we have, like, let me start from here. And if they break their oaths after their treaty and defame in your religion, then fight the leaders of the disbelief. Indeed, they not for them, so that they may cease. So la aymana. So it's like with a lot of emphasis, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling them to fight. So la aymana. Okay, this is also with And also there's one, this is like very good example. You always recite Surah Al-Baqarah, the first ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah, second ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah, it says, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ, right? That is the book, okay? That there is no, absolutely no doubt in it, right? It's like, I mean, if the people who don't know grammar, they'll say that is the book, there is no doubt in it. But as a grammar student, you should be saying this like, that is the book, there's absolutely no doubt in its guidance, okay, in it a guidance for the conscious. So this la raiba, you see raiba is having a fatha, so this is la li nafi al jins, okay. And yeah, there's one more very good example from Surah Baqarah again. So al-hajju ashhurun ma'lumat. For the hajj, you all can mute yourself if there is a background noise. So for the hajj are months well known, okay. Then this is very important. Whoever undertakes therein the hajj, okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you clear instructions for what you have to do during the hajj and what to avoid, okay. Fala rafatha, okay. So this is absolutely no. Like this is la li nafi al jins followed by a noun with a fatha. Wala fusuqa, and no wickedness. Fusuqa is having a fatha. Absolutely no wickedness. Wala jidala, and absolutely no quarreling. Jidala. It's not jidalu, it's jidala. So all these are la li nafi al jins. Okay. And fil hajj, during the hajj. So this ayah is very important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you strict instructions about what you have to do during the hajj. Al hajju ashhuru ma'lumat. For the hajj are months well known. Faman farada fihinna al hajj. Then whoever undertakes there in the hajj, what he has to do? Fala rafatha wala fusuqa wala jidala fil hajj. So these are like absolutely la li nafi al jins. You cannot do this during the hajj. Did you all understand? You can get more examples from Quran. Yeah, any questions?
Can you just open Surah Al-An'am, verse number 164?
Yes, sister.
Verse number 164. Yeah, here, sister, we have La Sharika La. So this is an absolute one, right? Because we have the Fatha.
Where is it? This is Surah Anam 164.
Yeah.
I've opened 164. Where is La Sharika? I don't see La Sharika in this ayah. I think there is a different ayah, I guess.
So it's 1 second. Yeah, it's 163. Sorry.
Yeah, this is absolutely la li nafi al jins. There's absolutely no partners for him. La sharika la. Did you get it?
Yeah. Now, can you just move on to the next ayah, 164?
Yeah. What?
Wala taksibu. So here we have taksibu. We have
This is
in
a
state.
verb, sister. This is a verb. When you open the corpus, whatever
okay.
is in the green is verb. We haven't yet learned about the
Okay.
verbs yet. We are learning about
Okay,
nouns. So nouns are always blue in color, so you can differentiate between that. Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I was getting confused with that.
Yeah, no problem. The verbs are different. We are learning in Unit 1 only about nouns. Okay.
Okay, sister.
So that was about la li nafi al jins. And next, let's go to the next one.
Jins, actually, we use the term for gender, right, sister? So why we are calling this lam as la li nafi al jins?
Okay, this one is jins is actually like la li nafi al jins is absolute negation. Jins is a thing or a word here.
Okay.
And the next one is istisna. Okay. The first thing that makes the noun mansub is la li nafi al jins. How do you know that if it is an absolute negation? By when you look at the noun after it, if it have a fatha at the end. Okay. So then it is la li nafi al jins, like absolute negation. And the second one is al istisna. The nouns which follow illa, okay, which means except, this indicates an exception to a positive action. Okay. For example, we have fasajadu illa iblisa. Okay. You have iblisa with a fatha on the last letter, and you have the illa. Okay. So they all bowed except Iblis. So all the angels bowed except who? Except Iblis. So illa iblisa. So illa followed by a noun with a fatha on it. That is the that is also the istisna that makes the noun mansoob. Next is we have kullu shay'in halikun illa wajhahu. Everything will perish except his countenance. So we have illa followed by wajhahu. So you have ha is having a fatha. It's not
Fatha.
wajhuhu, it's wajhahu. Okay, so this is illa of istisna, which makes the noun after it mansoob. Okay, next we have fadaruhu fi sumbulihi illa qalilan. So can someone tell me what is happening here? What is illa doing to the noun after it?
Giving a
Changing to
fatha.
mansoob.
Very good. It
Changing
should have
the
been
mansoob.
qalilun. It becomes qalilan because of illa. You shall leave it except a little of which you shall eat. Okay. And I can take more examples for this as well. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. I'm
In
not
Urdu,
checking.
we say illa for magar,
Illa is, yeah, except. Yeah.
magar, na?
Illa, yeah, magar. I think, yeah. So here we have قالوا يا لوط إنا رسل ربك. They said, "Oh Lut, indeed we are messengers of your Lord. لن يصلوا إليك, never they will reach you. فأسري بأهلك بقطع من الليل." So travel with your family in a part of the night. ولا يلتفت. Okay, and then we have, and do not look back minkum, anyone, ahadun, any one of you, illam ra'atak, except your wife. So imra'atu was there, it becomes imra'ata.
Imra'ata.
Okay, with a fatha on it. So this is illa of istisna. Any questions here? Are you following this?
Yes, sister.
Alhamdulillah, sister.
Alhamdulillah. So this was there, and I can take one more example. Okay, so yeah, so that was about it. You can find more examples from Quran. There are like some of them which illa makes the noun after it mansoob. And the next one
I'm
we
in a
have
live
is,
class. No, I'm enjoying. I'm in a...
okay, so let's take the next one which makes the noun mansoob. The first one, what is the first one that makes the noun mansoob?
لا نفي الجنس.
What is the second one that makes the noun mansoob?
الاستثناء.
Istisna.
Illa of istisna.
Illa
Very good.
istisna.
Now, third one is harfun nida. Okay, and this we have learned in our marifa and nakira nouns. Remember, ya, right? The calling ones. So harfun nida ya, when ya is followed by a possessive phrase, the first noun mudaf will be affected. So Abdullahi. What is the translation of Abdullahi?
Servant of Allah.
Servant of Allah or slave of Allah, right? But
Slave of
you
Allah.
just say Abdullahi. But if you have ya before it, oh slave of Allah, then it will not no more be Abdullahi. It becomes Abdallahi. The mudaf will have a kasra. Okay, like for example, we say, yeah, this was one more example. Let me take other example, like Rabbuna. Okay, the meaning of Rabbuna is our Lord. Okay, but if you have ya before it, you say ya Rabbana. And also in the Quran, you say Rabbana, right? A lot of the time it's Rabbana and not Rabbuna, right? So now as a grammar student, you understand if you have a ya harfun nida before it, it becomes, the mudaf becomes mansoob. And ahlul kitabi, you don't say ahlul. If you have ya, you say ya ahlal kitabi. Okay, and like you say arhamar rahimin, you don't say arhamur rahimin, you say ya arhamar rahimin. Okay,
So what
and
about ya ayyuha?
No, it's listen carefully. It's the mudaf ilay combination.
Okay.
Is ayyuha mudaf ilay combination? What
Yeah,
about
it's a noun followed by damir, right?
yeah. So ayyuha, you don't have a mudaf ilay with that, right? And how do you say ya Rabb? If you have Rabbul Alameen, if you have harfun nida before it, what do you say?
Ya Rabbal Alamin.
Ya Rabbal Alameen, right? And you might have learned some nasheed or some people saying Ya Rabbal Alameen, and you might be wondering why is it Rabbal Alameen? Why not Rabbul Alameen, right? So you have harfun nida before a mudaf ilay, then the mudaf will take a fatha, and you say Ya Rabbal Alameen, okay? Or Ya Rabbana, or Ya Ahlal Kitab, or Ya Abdallahi. Okay, you got it? And let's take some examples.
I did not get it, sister. Ayyuha is also mudaf ilay, right? Ayyu is the noun and ha damir is its mudaf ilay.
No. That is a different sister. Ayyuha and ayyatuha, we are going to learn that in Unit 3.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a different word. For now, just concentrate on the normal mudaf ilay. Whatever we have learned, we will
Okay.
yeah. So we are just learning about nouns now. So like we are learning about prepositions and mudaf ilay. So far, whatever we have learned, we are applying those rules for those. Okay. So we have Ya Ahlul Kitabi, Ya Abana, and
sister, this third harfun nida.
Yeah, harfun nida followed by a mudaf ilay. Then the mudaf will take a fatha. Like Ahlul Kitabi was there. If you have Ya, then it becomes Ya Ahlal Kitabi. Rabbuna was there. This is mudaf ilay. Then if you have Ya before it, harfun nida for calling, and it becomes Ya Rabbana. Or Rabbul Alameen. If you have Ya before it, it becomes Ya Rabbal Alameen. Is it clear?
Mm-hmm.
So, but note that when Ya is followed by a simple noun, then it has no effect on that noun. Like for example, Ya Ibrahimu. You don't say Ya Ibrahima. Okay, why? Because it's not coming as mudaf. It's just a normal noun. You say Ya Ibrahim, like O Ibrahim, or Ya Maryamu, like O Maryam. Ya Allahu. You don't say Ya Allaha. You say Ya Allahu, right? So this is only for the mudaf ilay combination. When you have mudaf ilay combination and followed by a ya before, preceded by a ya, then the mudaf becomes mansoob. So let's take one example from Quran. You will get an idea. Yeah.
I have a question here.
Yeah.
Like, when we were doing the nominal sentences, Jumla Ismiya, we said whenever we have a harf nida, that thing becomes mubtada, right? Ya Adamu. So now here, when we have a possessive phrase along with the ya harf nida, do we call the whole thing as mubtada?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Like, okay. And then we have okay, now we have Ya Ma'shar al-Jinn. Now, can you tell me what is happening here in this ayah? وَيَوْمَ يَحْشُرُهُمْ, and the day he will gather them jami'an, all. Ya Ma'shar al-Jinn qad istaktartum.
There.
Yeah.
Giving
and what is happening because of Ya? Right? So it's Ya Ma'shar al-Jinn and not Ya Ma'sharul Jinn. Okay, this is mudaf ilay, and it is preceded with a harfun nida ya. Okay, O assembly of the jinn. So it's Ya Ma'sharal Jinn. Okay.
Sister, the root word for this word is Ain Sheen Ra? No, right? Or
yeah.
Mim Ain Sheen. How what is the root word?
It's Ain Sheen Ra. You can click on the corpus, just click on that word, it shows the root word for you. Any root word. For it.
Okay, sister.
An example of la
hawla quwwata.
La ikraha fi din.
Okay, very good. And what about the second thing that makes the noun mansoob?
La istithna.
Okay. Very good. And what is the third one? Look at this
harf nida, yeah.
This example. It says in Abdullahi, right? Abdullahi, right? Because there is no harfun nida ya before it. It's gonna be Abdullahi, slave of Allah. But if there was a harfun nida ya before it, what it would have become?
Abdullah.
Yeah.
Abdullah.
Abdullah.
Okay. Okay. So that was about the harfun nida. Yeah. Okay. So we learned three things that makes the noun mansub. The first one is lali nafiyal jins. The second one is the illa of istisna, and third one is harfun nida followed by mudaf mudaf ilayh. The mudaf will take a fatha. And the fourth one is when the nouns are preceded by inna, anna, lakinna, la'alla. These are called as sisters of inna. Okay. Inna and its sisters. If you have a noun preceded by any of the sisters of inna, then that noun will always be mansub. Okay, so this is called as sisters of inna. And there are other sisters as well. Here only 4 sisters are mentioned. I'm going to explain you more sisters in detail. La'alla is maybe. Like, so you have to remember the sisters of inna as inna, anna, lakinna, la'alla, laita, ka'anna, bi'anna. I'm going to explain about those as well. For now, just see these examples, what they are doing here. Inna rabbaka hakimun. So indeed, your Lord is wise. So what is happening for rabbaka? What is the i'rab?
It's giving a
Mansub.
It's a fatha. So if you have inna before it, then the noun will take mansub. So inna rabbaka, indeed your Lord. It's not rabbuka, it's rabbaka. It's because of inna. Okay. And next we have anna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. What is happening here?
It's giving a fatha to the Allah, inna Allah.
What is giving?
It's giving a fatha.
Who is giving fatha?
Anna.
Anna, right? So anna, here in the previous example, it was inna rabba. Okay, because of inna, it becomes mansub. Now it is anna, which is making the noun mansub. Anna Allah, verily Allah has the power over all things. Next we have walakinna shayatina kafaru. So what is happening here?
Walakinna.
What is walakinna doing?
It's giving a fatha to
Ashayatinu, it is changed.
Rejected the faith. لعل الله يحدث بعد ذلك أمرا.
لعل الله.
لعل.
Allah is giving a fatha to the Lafzul Jalala. Allah.
Lafzul Jalala.
Allah may after that bring an event. Okay. So let's see the other sisters of inna as well, which makes the noun mansub. And you know, it's not necessary that they have to be next to each other. Like inna Allah, like if you have inna and some words before it and then rabba, that is also fine. Okay. So the sisters of inna are inna, anna, ka'anna, bi'anna, lakinna, la'alla, and laita. So these are the sisters of inna. Okay. So inna is certainly or for sure, indeed. Anna is that. Ka'anna is as though or as if, like ka'anna, like kaf is like. We have learned about ka, right? Kaf, ka'anna, as though or as if. Bi-anna is because. Lakinna is however. La'alla is so that or maybe. Okay, you all have to repeat after me because the sisters of inna are really important. Can you all repeat after me? Inna.
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 Anna.
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 Ka'anna.
Anna.
Bi-anna.
Bi'anna.
Lakinna.
Lakinna.
La'alla.
La'alla.
And laita.
Laita.
Later.
Okay, so you all can repeat 2 times on your own. Inna, anna, ka'anna, bi'anna, lakinna, la'alla, laita. Inna, anna, ka'anna, bi'anna, lakinna, la'alla, and laita. So these are the sisters of inna, which makes the noun mansub after it. Okay, so the first thing we learned about lali nafiyal jins, that makes the noun mansub. That is for absolutely no room for exception. It's complete or absolute negation. And this is the most powerful la with a lot of intensity in it. Okay, so and as the sister asked, what are the other types of la called in Arabic or in English, right? So there are actually 3 types of la used in Arabic. The first one is lali nafiyal jins, which we learned that makes the noun mansub after it. That's for the powerful negation, with a lot of intensity in it. Second one is la of prohibition, that is called as nahi, that is used with verbs, okay, for forbidding. And the third one is la of simple negation, that is called as la of nafi. It's just say, like, like for example, if I want to say there is no man in that room, okay, so that is the simple negation, okay. So istisna, second one is istisna, that way makes the noun after it mansub. We have learned about that as well. And the third thing is the harfun nida, that makes the noun, the mudaf after it mansub, okay. And the fourth one are the inna and its sisters, that makes the noun after it mansub. Does anyone want to repeat what are the sisters of inna?
Yes.
Yeah.
Inna, anna, lakinna, layta.
Sisters of anna, what do
Nouns following it.
okay,
And
mashallah.
the noun does not necessarily have to be immediately after these harf. It can be anywhere after them.
The sisters of inna are and how they affect the noun, okay. And okay, walakinna akthar an-nasi la ya'lamun. So what is happening here in this ayah?
Walakinna is giving a fatha to akthara.
Is others, are others following it? Are you all getting it? Yeah. Please answer.
sister.
Like, I want others also to participate and try to answer, or at least type on the chat box, so that I know that everybody is paying attention and following it, inshallah.
Sister, in this example, akthar nasi is the possessive phrase, right?
Yes.
So not necessarily like illa, that it doesn't have to be in the possessive phrase all the time. Yahan pe jaisa yahan pe we have the possessive phrase.
Yeah. It's not necessary that it has to be in the possessive phrase. If there's only one noun, but the lakina will make that noun mansub as well.
All right.
Okay.
Sister, can you just give some examples or to differentiate lam nafi and lam nahi?
Yeah, I'll give you, definitely. Okay. Walakin Rasulallahi. So what do you see here? What is happening in this?
Walakin is
fatha to the rasula.
having an effect on Rasul.
Okay, very good. So walakin is having I'm just looking for the example.
Is changing Rasulu to Rasula.
Yeah. Give some example of simple negation. Let's see. Okay, sister, you were asking about the simple negation, right? Yaqulu innaha indeed says baqaratun. Okay, indeed it is a cow. La dhalulun, not trained. Tuthirul ard, to plow the earth. Is it clear, sister? Did you get this? La dhalulun. So this is negative particle. This is simple negation, because after it also there is a noun, but this noun is having a dhamma. Okay, so this is not la li nafi al jins. Did you get it?
Yeah.
So in this surah, Allah subhanahu, like the people asked, right, what type of a cow it should be, right? They were asking the question. So, like, indeed, he says it is a cow, la dhalulun, not trained, right? Then you don't need a lot of emphasis for this, right? It's a cow which is like not trained to plow, okay, the earth. That's what it says. Did you get the difference between? And then if you come down, wala tasqi, and not water the field, al harth. Okay, this is again la of simple negation. And when you come down more, like
So simple
musallamatan,
negation can
la,
can be followed by a noun or a verb.
they are followed by both.
Okay.
But for now, we are learning about the nouns because mansubat, because we are in the noun section. So we are going to concentrate only on the nouns.
Okay.
And if you come down, la shiyata, the same ayah continues, but this la, what type of la is this? La shiyata.
Simple negation.
Is it simple negation?
La shiyata, no.
No,
It is
la
an
nafi,
absolute one.
li,
Absolute.
absolute.
La li nafi al
Yeah.
jins.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying like the cow, which like for the simple negation for like it should not be like water, it should not have been trained to plow the earth or to water the field.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
la shiyata, like there's absolutely no blemish in it. Okay. So this is the lali nafi al jins. And they
Yeah.
said "Qala al-ana ji'ta bil haqq." They said now you have come with the truth. Is it clear?
Yes, sister.
Okay. So this was about the lali nafi al jins. And where were we? We were in la sunnah. And next is la'alla, right? Let me give an example of la'alla. And this has occurred 3 times in the Quran. Or bi anna. So we have ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ نَزَّلَ الْكِتَابَ بِالْحَقِّ. So what is happening here?
Bi
In
anna
this
is
ayah?
giving fatha to
anna.
Lafz al-jalala.
Very good. Because of bi anna Allah, the word Allahu, it should have been Allahu. It is Allah because of bi anna. Okay, that is because Allah revealed the book with the truth. Okay, so this is the example of bi anna. And yeah, there's one more example. لو كانوا يؤمنون بالله والنبي ولكن كثيرا منهم فاسقون. Now what is happening here?
Walakinna
Is giving fatha
is changing the kathiratun to kathiratun. Kathiratun.
Very good. And now let's take one more example for laita that makes the noun mansoob. Ya waylata laytani lam attakhidh fulalan khalila. So this is laytani. There is like
laita.
laita is there, but
Laita.
there is no noun after it. I'm just looking for an example.
So, okay.
Yeah. Yes, sister. Any questions?
No, yeah, I was a little bit confused because we add the ni to the verbs, right?
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
Yeah, but this is
Happy.
like ya laitani is like most of the time in the Quran, the laita have come like for like, oh, I wish I were dust, like like you are full of like you're feeling so guilty. So in that case, ya laitani is this word is used. Ya laitani. I'm just looking for one example that let
So,
me see.
sister, here we will not apply the general ruling of the laita, which gives the fatha. In this case, when it is in the word ya laytani, for example.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let me check. Ya laita qawmi. I wish my people. Oh yeah, here it was actually qawma because of yi. I mean, ya attached to it becomes kasra, right? You cannot say qawma yi, becomes qawmi. I wish my people knew. Okay, I'm just looking for more examples. I don't know where I've written it. Okay, I can find it like in the next class, inshallah. Okay.
Okay, sister, inshallah.
Yeah. So that was about Laita and all the sisters of Inna. Okay, so Inna and its sisters like Inna, Anna, Ka Anna, Bi Anna. I'll share this with you, okay, inshallah. So the Inna example is there, Anna, Lakinna is here, and Bi Anna I have given, and Ka Anna is Ka Anna fi udunaihi waqran. And you see here, Ka Anna is here, but waqran is here. All the way, like in between, you have like two words, but still it is Fatha because of Ka Anna. You got it? And then la'alla sa'ata, yeah, this is the example. 3363. Wama yudrika la'alla sa'ata takunu qariban. So because of la'alla, sa'atu becomes mansoob. Is it clear? So la'alla sa'ata.
Yes, sister.
Yeah, and then laita, laitani lam at. I don't know why laita is mentioned. So laitani has come here. I'll just find it out about more about laita in our next class, inshallah. So any questions for today's lesson? Inshallah, I'll continue for the rest. Any questions so far?
No, sister, no questions. Alhamdulillah, it's clear.
Alhamdulillah. So
this example, yeah, laita qawmi. So this was not clear to me.
Yeah, I'll explain it to you. Wait 1 second. So ya layta qawmi, right? So I wish my people knew, right? So qawma is actually a mansoob. It is
Qawma
having a
plus ya.
fatha.
Yeah.
Qawma plus ya. So
Plus
can you say
ya.
qawmayi?
Mudaf.
So if there's a ya attached to any word, it will become kasra.
Yeah, it was
Kitabi,
so
remember?
me already, right? So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
means the laita is not affecting it, right?
No. Laita, if it was just qawma, it would have been la layta qawma. I
Yeah.
wish,
Yes.
okay, I wish
Uh-huh.
the qawm, right? Okay, the qawm knows, but it is qawmi, my people. Okay, internally it is mansoob. Internally it is mansoob, but externally it is a kasra because of ya.
Correct.
Got it?
Yes.
But there it is given as ism marfu.
What?
For qawmi, it is given as ism marfu.
Yeah,
Nominative
I mean,
masculine noun.
sometimes, corpus is not 100% correct. I mean, there are some mistakes in that as well. But this ya laita, this makes like, why is ya layla, like, what is this? Laita. Okay, I'll get back to you with laita. I'm not sure about it.
Inshallah.
Jazakallah for the
Inshallah.
question. Yeah.
Inshallah.
Oh, I'm getting confused with la'alla and laita. Okay, so I'll just get back to you with that. So jazakallahu khairan. Like subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. May Allah accept all the efforts and allow us to make it easy for all of us to learn and understand His book.